Every parent hopes for a healthy baby and an uncomplicated birth. But sometimes a baby comes too early, or the birth goes wrong. The Women's Hospital in Liverpool is the largest in the country. As a centre of excellence, they pride themselves on being at the cutting edge of neonatal science.
And I always think that this is this first baby's day alive, his first night alive. He's not got his mum, he's not got his dad. We need to take care of him and sort of treat them as if they were our babies, really.
The Neonatal Unit cares for 1,000 of the smallest and sickest babies every year. Babies who weigh just half a pound and who are on the cusp of life. For parents, it's an emotional roller coaster. They will experience both great sadness and great happiness.
Really happy. Just holding him. He's got a really strong grip as well.
Gotta get on with it. I'm just grateful that he's here. You know, we all say we want something that challenges through life, and this is a challenge. So bring it on.
He was only around for 5 days. He's changed our lives.
There will be heartache and joy. And the reality is, some babies will survive, some will not. Ten years ago, extremely premature babies survived at best for a few hours. Now babies born 4 months early, 24 weeks, have at least a 50-50 chance. But for every miracle baby, there's one who doesn't survive. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and baby Mohammed has just been born. He is just 25 weeks, nearly 4 months early, and is being taken to the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit.
Come on, chicken.
With our preterm babies, people often think they're just born small and they're completely perfect but tiny, and all we need to do is fatten them up and get them out the neonatal unit. But actually the problem with them is all their organ systems are immature and need supporting. Their lungs won't work properly, their hearts won't work properly, their bowels are at risk of problems, their kidneys won't work properly, they're at risk of having bleeds into their brain and having problems with their eyes.
So I'm going to weigh the baby. 710.
That's just 1 pound and 9 ounces, about half a bag of sugar.
Looks quite active and vigorous, really.
Exceedingly vigorous, yes.
For little one.
He came out crying.
Chris is the youngest consultant in the team, and this morning is in charge of the unit.
Everything that we do in the neonatal unit is trying to replicate what the mums are doing with the babies inside them, but we can't do it nearly half as well as what they can do it, despite all our medicines, all our equipment. So we're in the incubator trying to keep warm. We've got a tube into the baby's lungs on a ventilator, trying to give the baby oxygen, which is what the placenta would normally do. And we'll start some nutrition for this baby.
No.
Normally, when a baby is born, the umbilical cord is cut and clamped. But here, the doctors make use of what nature provided.
So that's the arterial line in now.
They use the 2 arteries and a vein inside the cord to thread lines directly into the baby's body. These lines can supply drugs and nutrients. The incubator audio alarms constantly inform staff of the baby's status.
I think my wife always wonders how I manage to look after these tiny babies, because at home I'm very clumsy, you know, DIYing things, breaking things all the time, but I think she'll be surprised to see me putting these wee lines in these babies, you know. I think when you first start on a neonatal unit, you're amazed by the size of these babies, you know. You think they're tiny, and how can these babies possibly survive? And after you've been here a month or so, you see a full-term baby, one of your friends has a baby, and you think it's huge, you think it's like a huge monster baby. And I always think that this is this first baby's day alive, his first night alive. He's not got his mum, he's not got his dad, and we need to take care of him and sort of treat them as if they were our babies, really. Our own baby.
Mohammed's family come from Kuwait, but for the next 4 months, until the time he should have been born, the neonatal unit will be his home. Extremely premature babies are highly vulnerable. All their organs are underdeveloped, and they are particularly at risk from infection. Complications can develop in a matter of hours, so parents need to cherish every moment with their child.
This will be the most I've touched him.
You're not going to break anything, and I'll watch all the leads and everything.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Kate is 34 and an experienced mum. She already has a 6-year-old son. Baby Louie, however, is 4 months early and only weighs 1 pound.
I was kind of a bit scared to even touch him. Scared about giving him an infection, scared about breaking him.
Louie needs to be handled as little as possible. His skin is only a cell thick, and the lightest of touch can cause pain.
Hello. Should we do those ears?
Just
Gently. Hello, sweetheart.
there you are. He's lifting it up for you.
Oh. There you go. Oh dear, did that hurt? Oh, sweetheart. Mummy's sorry. Oh. Mummy's sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been in the world for 4 days today, and that's the closest and the most I've handled him and touched him, and I might cry.
It's all right, you're allowed.
It's just really nice to be close, to feel the connection to him that I've not had since he's been born.
You can sit there and talk to him and just hold his hand, and he, you know, he knows you're there because he'll get to know your voice and your touch.
It's been a whirlwind few days for Kate. She went into labour suddenly and was rushed from her home in Birmingham to the unit in Liverpool.
The whole world just turned upside down in less than 3 days. The whole world. Family's been turned upside down. And everything from being away from home, being away from my son, my partner. And because he was so small and so little, and didn't think he would survive. I think it was his natural instinct was he's not going to survive. He's too little. And then the midwife gave me a hug and said it's all right, it's okay. And I could, over her shoulder, I could see him, and they were working on him. And the doctor said, "Oh, he's got a heartbeat. He's got a really strong heartbeat." And then Pete and I were over the moon, and to go from thinking he wasn't with us to he's got a heartbeat and he's alive was just amazing. Like a little bird. He's like a little brand new bird. All new skin and no feathers and things, and yeah, strange looking. His skin's strange, but he's looking better today. He's looking pinker.
It's 3 hours since baby Mohammed was born. His mother is still recovering in the delivery suite. At the birth, his auntie and father had only the briefest glimpse of him before he was whisked away.
Anxious to see the baby. At the same time, worried that something might happen, because they said 48 hours is very critical.
Baby Mohammed shouldn't be here at all. His family come from Kuwait. While on holiday in Liverpool visiting relatives, his mother went into labour 4 months early. Mohammed may have done well in the first few hours, but the fact is, he has a long way to go.
They can't tell you if they're in pain, they can't tell you if they're uncomfortable. You can read signs, like you can look at their face, they grimace. Sometimes if they're very little and very sick, they can't do that. So you have to make sure they're comfortable, they're on a proper mattress, that they've got boundaries, you know, that they feel safe in their environment. They're not lying on lines. Sometimes it can be something as simple as just lying on a line. But if you can imagine sitting on a huge hose pipe or something, it'd be really uncomfortable. So it's up to us to make sure that they're comfy. And if they're in pain, you know, we speak to the doctors and they might start them on some pain management, analgesia. But we're their advocates, so we have to be able to know what we're looking for.
I think he's the one there, the last one. Poor parents. All these parents are suffering right now. Okay, let's go in. Hey. So tiny. Looks like a doll, but a moving doll. I'm happy now. Thank God. He's okay.
Liverpool Women's Hospital is one of the leading neonatal and obstetric units in the country. It serves Cheshire and Merseyside. With a normal birth, a baby is with its mother from the moment it's born.
Good boy.
But 3 hours after delivery, Mohammed's mother has yet to hold, touch, or even see him.
I just put the names on the back of the photos so you...
And obviously this is a quite hard period for Mum, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. She's in a bit of shock, I think, probably as well, and physically, it's a lot to go through. I mean, having a baby anyway is a huge deal. It's a life-changing event, but to have a baby this early as well is very significant. And she's trying to look after herself, but she's more worried about her baby.
Nurse Roberts is taking the photo of Mohammed round to his mother. Although 10 minutes later, there's a problem. Mohammed's mother is too scared to see him or look at his photos.
People are afraid that their child is going to die, and that's an upsetting thing. I guess she's also worried about the possibility of disability and handicap in the future. And most mothers are worried about the suffering their children have to go through. An intensive care unit is somewhere where you People often feel pain and discomfort, but you need to do that to get through. And I think many parents do feel uncomfortable. They can't cuddle them, they can't hold their hand, and the child's going through pain and suffering without the parents by their side.
A few hours later, and Mohammed is about to get a visitor.
Is Mum coming in?
Mum's coming in now with her, with Dad and Auntie.
She's had a change of heart.
She's seen the picture, you see, and she got all excited and happy, and she's spoken to the doctor as well, so hopefully she feels a bit better so she can see him. So what we do is as well, we just alcohol gel. Just alcohol gel.
Amani is a first-time mum, and this is her first proper contact with her new baby.
There he is. Let me put it down. There we don't have to read this right. Look how you've been here. We don't have to just as long as you walk and you're out of
What's that? Is good to know.
Yes. I'll turn the light off just so you can see us. He's your baby. And he can touch his hand. If you put your finger in, he'll grab your hand.
I'm afraid to touch his hand.
Get right in there, don't worry.
He knows you. He can hear by your voice. She didn't even want to see this baby today. I said, okay, see the picture. She didn't even want to see the picture. Right now, she's touching the baby. That's a great improvement. She's very strong.
I feel like I want to see him.
Very strong.
All the nights. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye, Mohammed.
Thank you.
See you later. Success?
Success. There's nothing better than seeing a mother meet her baby. And I've seen babies be born, I've seen families meeting each other hundreds of times, but there's nothing more warming to the heart than when babies and parents meet for the first time. But my feelings are tinged with the knowledge of what may happen next. Sadly, some babies are born and a day or two's happiness is all the parents ever have. That's why it's so important that mother gets to see him while he's healthy. So I hope you stay well, Mohammed, but I hope your family can share the good news that you're here and that we can all keep you healthy for as long as possible.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. A mother carrying triplets has been transferred from Wigan for an emergency caesarean. One of the triplets is dangerously ill. Unless it's delivered, the baby will die and will threaten the lives of the other two. The couple have spent a year trying for a baby on IVF and then discovered they were having triplets. Dean, the father, is waiting for his wife Emma to have her epidural for the caesarean.
How are you doing?
A bit nervous. It just wasn't nice, like when they said I had to come in here. I had to leave her, and it's emotional really, because I've been trying to be strong for her.
At 28 weeks, the chances of survival for a single baby are good. But with 3, and one of them critically ill, they only have a 50-50 chance. In the space of 4 minutes, 2 girls and a boy are delivered. First out of theatre is the baby everyone's worried about, the little girl. Her parents have named her Heidi. She's been taken to the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit and is critically ill.
Okay.
The medical team have already had to resuscitate Heidi, and she's on a ventilator.
She wasn't like that before, was she?
She desaturated and went very pale, so we gave her some blood. Yeah. And then she picked up and she's gone flat again. I think I need to change this tube. It doesn't sound great both sides.
Heidi's breathing is very shallow, and they're going to have to reventilate her.
It's really quiet. Right, let's take the tube out.
There's not movement.
Come on, mister.
Going quiet, we need to back her up.
Got a mask?
Check tube position.
Cross section. Cross section.
Oh, that's better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't feel any bubbling.
Yeah.
Great, let's secure that, please. Thank you, everybody.
So it's literally just a minute.
At the birth, the triplets' parents, Emma and Dean, only had a brief glimpse of their children. They still can't see Heidi because she's too ill. But Hayden and Harrison are improving by the minute.
We've been turning his ventilation down quite quickly, haven't we? All his gases, all his bloods that we've been doing have been really good. So we've been turning his ventilation down quite quickly. So he's doing really well, he's nice and settled. Can you see his face there, Mum?
Yeah. We're back in here then, sir?
Yeah. It is nice for them to come round and at least get their first glimpse of them, although it's not the perfect view. At least they've seen them and it makes it a bit more real. You do get a lot of parents who are just in complete shock and think, I can't even believe they're here. And, you know, I was shopping this morning and now they're, you know, in that situation, they are quite shocked.
Baby Mohammed is so far doing well. But his Q80 parents have other worries. They were here on holiday when Mum went into labour. They've had to take unpaid leave, they're not insured, and face the bill for Mohammed's care themselves. Unless the Q80 government agrees to pay.
Money-wise, if I'm gonna pay from my pocket, that's about £175,000. Yeah. I could buy an apartment in Liverpool, the best apartment in Liverpool. So I am under pressure. I am tired, very tired. She's in a terrible state, crying all the time. Anybody just talks about the baby, she was. Hello. Yes. 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 It's not good for you, for the baby. خلاص يلا بس حياة. Just, can you cut for a while? She's getting upset because, first of all, Mohammed is in the incubation. Second of all, I'm leaving to Kuwait to finish the procedure of the papers. And this is since we got married, this is the first time that we have ever parted from each other. And I'm her strength. I don't say that I don't feel, I cry, but I cannot cry in front of her. Because if I do that, it's gonna be I'm crying, she's crying. Who's going to be strong for us? So I'm the man, so I have to be strong for her.
When most people have a child, they look forward to a lifetime together. On the neonatal unit, that time can be short. 12 hours after birth, 2 of the triplets are doing well, but the third, Heidi, is still critically ill. There's been internal bleeding, and the parents, together with the medical team, have decided to withdraw intensive care.
Sometimes we have babies that really are not showing a good response to all the intensive care interventions that we can put in place, and we have to sit down with the parents in those situations and really explain if there's no real prospect of recovery, then intensive care is futile.
Heidi is on morphine to keep her free of pain. She is spending what little time is left with her parents.
The options were, if we did nothing, then Heidi would die, or we deliver that night, and whilst Heidi still had a slim chance, there would be a chance. And so we was always prepared to take the chance and not take the chance.
And that's what you gave Heidi then?
Yeah, we gave her a chance.
Sadly, it hasn't worked out.
No. We've got 2 great kids to be thinking about right now, and that's what's keeping us strong for Heidi as well, and she'll always live on through them as well. And that's the important thing, so we're all just staying strong, and I'm really proud of Emma because she showed so much courage to do what she's done, and she's been brilliant, as I knew she would be. You can't even put into words how you feel when you see your children for the first time, and immediately you're just so protective. I know it's a cliche, but you know, it changes your life. And everyone says that your priorities will change, and you start to think, yeah, okay, it won't change me. But then immediately, you just feel something, and you just want to be there for them as much as you can.
4 days after their birth, the 2 surviving triplets, Harrison and Hayden, are improving and having longer periods of ventilation.
Come on, sweetie.
For the first time, Emma and Dean are helping to care for Harrison.
Just gently get his ear and give it a good scrub. Good boy. You can put your hands in, Dean, if you want them to touch his arm. Yeah.
Don't stress me fighting back.
Just 2 minutes.
Really happy, just holding him. He's got a really strong grip as well.
Don't stress me fighting back.
Just 2 minutes. Should we just get him out for a quick cuddle and then I'll do the bed?
Emma is a first-time mum at 30 She has never held her son before, and even now, as Harrison is so fragile, it will be brief.
You got him? Yeah. You okay, Emma?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. See, he settles, his heart rate and everything settles down when he's out with you. Yeah. If you just clasp those, all them in with your thumb. Yeah, we'll pop him back in now, Hayla. Okay? Yeah. Good boy. And can you just give me a hand with these lines?
They seem to be doing really well, Adrian and Harrison, so that's lifted our spirits. And now we've started the cares getting involved with that, that's making us feel a bit more like parents now, so it's kind of making it seem more real now, though, which is what we want at this stage. I think one of the things that we're getting a bit stressed about is we can't see, like, the finish line at the moment. That's what it is. It's kind of like, obviously, all we want to do as parents is just have them, like, hold them in our arms and take them home. That's all we want.
When a baby is on the neonatal unit, parents find themselves at the hospital around the clock. Their happiest and saddest moments are shared with other parents who become an important means of support.
I like to think that the neonatal unit is a happy place, but we have to accept that we experience the extremes of human emotion on here. We will have the elation of parents taking home their 24-week baby, through to the despair and sadness of parents whom are expecting a normal-term healthy baby and something goes wrong. And those two extremes of emotion can happen in the cots next to each other.
Yeah, how are you?
Kate is staying at the hospital on her own. Her partner Pete is needed back at home in Birmingham to look after their 6-year-old son. Overnight, baby Louie has taken a turn for the worse. He's picked up an infection. Kate's waiting to hear from the consultant.
Hi, morning, how are you?
All right.
All right, okay. I'm just going to get an update from the team who are on overnight to see how he's been overnight. Okay.
We attempted an LP last time. We literally lodged him into a side, massive DSAT ready to abandon procedure.
And you've never had an LP then?
Just wouldn't hold.
Okay, that's fine. So, he's still quite poorly. He's had a little bit of an unsettled night with his circulation and the arterial line causing a problem. What I'd like to do, if that's okay, is come back after the ward round and speak to you about his infection.
Okay.
Is that okay? If that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. If we could go to step outside.
Yeah, no
and
problem.
close the room and
yeah, that's
back
fine.
in. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine to
Come on. Just
get some tappies or something.
it was like this last night, whatever.
It's just hard, isn't it?
It is, yeah, because now I've got to ring his dad and hold it together.
Relay it all back.
Relay it all back and then ask me loads of questions.
You go again, don't you?
Louie's mum? Yeah.
Louie's dad.
He doesn't look as good as he did yesterday, but he spent all yesterday wiggling around and moving around, and so I don't know. I don't know what the implications of the infection, or I don't know what kind of infection it is or anything. I don't understand it all, Pete. Ask him what? What do I ask him? And what do I, ask him what's happening and what, they'll only explain it to me in simple terms, whether he's got an infection. I don't understand what that means. I don't understand the implications of having an infection. I can have a conversation with a consultant. I can't stop crying. I love you too. All right, then. See you later. Bye.
On Sunday, he wasn't particularly well. He'd had a bit of a hiccup. Some of his blood tests pointed to the possibility of an infection being around. Unfortunately, the bug that Louie has got is a serious infection. Infection that can get around the bloodstream and cause quite a lot of problems to a variety of different parts of the body. So I think what I'm saying to you is that I am worried about him, and I'm worried about how serious this infection could be. At this stage, he's coping remarkably well with the fact that he's got this serious infection, and I'm hoping that we can treat him with the right antibiotics.
So what's going
to happen?
Yeah.
No one knows really at this stage.
Okay.
I think it would be misleading of me to say to you that because he's on the right antibiotics, everything's going to be fine. I think the next 24, 48, 72 hours, the next few days is going to be very important.
Okay.
But I'm afraid it could get worse before it gets better.
Right, okay.
Baby Louie's condition has deteriorated further. Kate's partner Pete has come back to the hospital.
Once it's clear that he really is deteriorating to such an extent where we can't offer him any more support and it's inevitable he's going to die, that would be the point where we would say to them that further treatment is futile, that we would say it's causing him unnecessary distress and pain, and that we should be switching the focus from aggressive intensive care sort of treatment and management to palliation, thinking about keeping him comfortable and withdrawing intensive care.
A few hours later, Louie's parents, together with the medical team, decide to withdraw intensive care.
Where's nursery 6? At the front, I think.
Baby Mohammed has spent 2 months in hospital, but he's out of intensive care and today is in the nursery.
Yes.
Oh, it's just this way.
Yes, now today's the first day.
Oh, fantastic.
Hello, I'm Angela. Nice to meet you. This over here.
Yes.
Big day today. Going home nursery. Finally made it in.
So this is like the last room.
This is the last step now, yes, before home. It is. It's very good, isn't it? Finally here. Yes. Oh, dear,
you
it's
heard
not
our
that bad.
Caring for Mohammed has cost £175,000, but thankfully the Kuwaiti government has agreed to pay.
The question is, how much feeding is he going to do? How much oxygen does he need?
Okay.
And sometimes babies need to go home on oxygen, sometimes they don't. Some people advise that he shouldn't fly for 6 to 12 months after
6 to 12 months?
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to see exactly what Muhammad...
Yeah.
It's like he's more important than anything right now. We have to know exactly what's needed for him.
Honey. She's crying.
So chances were 50-50, and now he's in the 50% everyone wanted him to be in. He's made good progress. He's overcome the breathing problems. He's fought off infections. He's taking his food nicely. He's needing less and less oxygen as time goes by. So lots of positive things, and we can get him ready to be at home.
The two surviving triplets are out of intensive care, although Harrison still has serious problems with his breathing. For Emma and Dean, it's been a very long 9 weeks.
We're kind of quite bitter about it, to be honest, whereas, like, so for a normal birth, you know, you have your baby and then you get to bond with your baby straight away. We had none of that. We feel cheated. We feel cheated of that bonding experience. Whereas people, you know, they'll no idea how lucky they are, so they need to cherish every moment of that. Because that's something that we can never get back. We said that once we finally do get them home, we get them discharged, we're locking the doors for a week. We're not even going to tell people that they come home.
After a further 7 weeks in hospital, Hayden and Harrison were transferred from Liverpool to their local hospital in Wigan. It's 3 months now since baby Louie died. Tomorrow is his due date, and his parents, Kate and Pete, and their other son, Ollie, are marking the event by getting married.
We didn't want to be sat around on the 25th of March every year thinking,
what if?
What if? What if he'd survived? What if he'd gone to full term? And we just wanted everybody around us, didn't we, on Louie's day and a celebration, so that every year we could look back with happy memories and fond memories and memories of a celebration rather than every year having a day that was sombre.
How do you like to think of him now when you think of him?
Just at peace. And I wonder what he's doing up there.
I'd like to think he's in the arms of loved ones that are looking after him. I'd like to think that he's looking down on us, actually, you know, quite proud that we're his mum and dad.
But he's thinking, I did all that.
Yeah.
Did all that because of me.
Yeah.
He'll have a big smile on his face tomorrow.
Thread that through the stays. There's
Come on then.
Yeah, it does.